Welcome to Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We're live here tonight for the Iron Thunder Racing League Rush Series. Qualifying underway at the moment. And we will get back to you just a quick second as we work through some new kinks and issues right here live on the Iron Thunder Racing Network.
And as soon as you get that link for tomorrow, let me know so I can. So, hopefully Kyle and Bailey can start retweeting our links and stuff on Twitter, and that'll give us some more a bigger audience. So just try to put a good product out there. Are you brought?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, right now Eric Dupeau is sitting at the top of the leaderboard with a 129.033. Bailey carried the 05 machine. Texas driver sitting in P2 right now with a 129. Seeing double for Bailey carried the 05. Jackson Allen squeezing in there in that third spot. He's sitting at a 129.629. Kyle Weatherman in the 6 Ford machine. He's sitting right now currently fourth with a 130.211. 130.211 for Kyle Weatherman. 10-minute session going on. We've got about 3 minutes and 31 seconds. As we are at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the road course at Indianapolis. As you see some sights and sounds rolling around the speedway here. As right now cars are on the racetrack turning in their laps as we sit and wait for the rest of the field. Right now 22 cars have taken time. If you watch the interval across the top of the screen, as we see the running order, as we'll the running order up there at the moment. As you see, Eric Japot, your fastest lap, heading off right now. Hell yeah. Alrighty, 1:54. We'll take a quick break and we will be back at you with the starting lineup here from Indianapolis Motor Speedway live on the Iron Thunder Racing Network. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the grid is... The cars are on the grid. Eric Japot, Bailey Curry going to start on row number 1. Row number 2 will be Jackson Allen, Ray Rittenauer. Row number 3, Kyle Withering, Sean Bounty, Storm Patterson, Sawyer Ott, row number 4. Kelvin Mosier, Monin Rahman. Round out your top 10. 11th and 12th will be Dave Matson, newcomer Josh Bell. In the 7th, he'll start 12th. Sylvain Jolly returning this year in the 13th spot in that 08 machine. Roger Diebold, he'll start 14th in car number 15. 15th place qualifier, the 36 of Macomb, Mississippi. It'll be dressing out in the 36 ride. Starting 16th, newcomer to Toyota, number 93, Agri Supply. We Joey Gase. 17th starting spot in the 48 car. That'll be Matt Cherry. We take a look at that 48 machine as he rounds out of Wawa, Ontario, Canada, a 94. He'll be starting in the 18th spot. That'll be Brandon Kloosterhuis. Take a look at that 94 machine. Tony the Tiger riding on the hood of that machine tonight. As they make their way, no caution flags tonight, all green flag action for 40 laps here around Indianapolis Motor Speedway road course. 19th starting spot will be the 13 of Matt Kloosterhuis. Starting side by side there. Newcomer Donnie Davis in the 81 car. Right there, Thrustmaster on the side of that machine. 21st starting spot. Familiar name in the ITRL. That'll be the 89 of Matt Quick. 22nd starter will be the 20 out of Travelers Rest, South Carolina. That will be Patrick Langley and the Patterson Langley Motorsports entry. We're getting ready to drop the hammer here as the lights are off of the safety car. It'll pull into the safety of pit road and it'll come down. The 97 of Eric Drapeau, he'll be in the gas. And here we go, off into turn number 1. For the first time this season, who will win the drag race? 91 Jackson Allen. Right there tucked in behind the 05 of Bailey Curry. 97 of Eric Drapeau will lead them off into the first corner, side-by-side action with Kyle Weatherman and Jackson Allen. They'll fan out, those single file. 3-car battle right here for that 4th spot with the 87 of Raymond Rittenauer. 63 of Storm Patterson. He'll get out ahead and will quickly go single file. Macomb, Mississippi's got one around in the back trying to get a number on it. Be hot and heavy action here tonight as some of these drivers, first time they're seeing the road course here in Indianapolis. Eric Drapeau continuing to lead here. ITR Premier driver, wishing these guys good luck tonight. That is Uncle Don, Mr. Donald Sadusky, tuning in. See a move there by the 34 with Dave Matson. Excuse me, Sean Bounty. Little rusty on the mic tonight. We'll get it sorted out, straightened out. Eric Drapeau, Bailey Curry, Jackson Allen, Kyle Weatherman, Storm Patterson, your top 5. On the outside, looking in, that 34 is Sean Bounty out of Hollywood, California. 87 of Raymond Rittenauer. Marlon Rahman at 44, knocking on the back door. He'll look to make a run here. Got one car stalled on the speedway. Just out in front of those drivers. He is off the racing surface, trying to get you a number. Looks like it'll be the 23 of Daniel Atkins. And he's got heavy damage on that machine. We'll see if we can see what happened to the 23 of Atkins, as he sat there for a good while. Oh, maybe some connection issues for Atkins, as he made contact with that Armco on the inside. And right now we're taking a look at your leader. It's got about a second lead over that 05 machine of Bailey Curry. And Curry will have 91 of Jackson Action Allen right there on the back deck lid of that Chevrolet. Two Camaros right there, P2 and 3. As we've already knocked off 3 laps here already. Eric Japo, Bailey Curry getting wide. He'll lose the handle on it. He'll back her off in the grass. He'll lose 2 spots, 3, 4. And Curry back on the gas, back on track. Now, so he'll have to go back to work in that 05 machine. We'll walk it back through the field a little bit and get you a top 10 rundown right quick. 25 Roger Diebold, 36 of Tresnant. Good looking scheme on that ride, as they work right now for that 11th and 12th position. There goes the 93 of Joey Gase right now running 13th with Kelvin Mosier right behind him. Mosier will lose the handle right in front of Gase, and he'll have to back it around and hammer down and go back to work. Fortunate there for Kelvin Mosier, as he'll lose that 14th spot. Gase hard into the back end of that 36. Came in hot, made contact with a 36 of Tresnant. The Agri Supply machine. The hot goes around. He is recovered now, but not after falling back quite a bit. 13 having some trouble as well. Let's check back up front with the leader, as he has got about almost a second over Jackson Allen. Allen not letting that 97 of Eric Japo get too far out there. Third place of Kyle Weatherman still has those two drivers in their sights. It'll be about 3 seconds back of the leader in that 6th machine. Running in the 4th spot will be the 63 young gun of Storm Patterson. Housetrade.com, Raise Energy, Rep Sports. Former RTR Truck Champion, ITR Rookie of the Year in Season 2 for Storm Patterson. So he'll throw that off in there. Bailey Curry is sitting right now in the 5th spot. Good recovery after losing the handle there earlier on lap number 3 for the 05 machine of Bailey Curry. Sean Bounty in that 34 machine, see him in frame, running right now in that 6th spot, right behind Curry. Ray Rittenauer in 7th. They make their way. Newcomer Josh Ball in that 7th car, right there behind Raymond Rittenauer. Raymond Rittenauer losing the handle there. He'll lose 1 spot and he'll get her back on track. He'll try to hold off that 08 of Sylvain Jolly, and Jolly will lose the handle. And around he goes through the grass, out onto the oval surface here. They'll lose 2 spots. That'll move up Sawyer Ott and Roger Diebold. As right now, well, Diebold looking to the inside of League Commissioner Ott as they head off into the first turn. Diebold will hammer down on the brakes. Fall in behind is trouble with the 87. Having trouble maneuvering. He'll lose 2 spots here pretty quickly. Or at least 1. Now Diebold will be to his outside. Almost contact with the 87. They'll pull side by side. The 87 will let the 25 go. That'll move up Roger Diebold 1 spot. And he'll go back to work trying to find the back deck lid of Macomb, Mississippi's 35 of Sawyer Ott. The Iron Thunder Racing Network car. White Claw on the side of that 25 machine. There's no laws when you're drinking the claws. Wouldn't know much about them. Not a claw drinker myself, but more trouble for Sylvain Jolly. He'll go around behind the 93 of Joey Gase for the 13th spot. He'll get her back on track now and have to go to work here. These road courses are definitely a handful in these stout cars. As Sylvain will hold on to her. Get that car back under him. And look to move ahead. And right there behind them we'll have the 94 of Brandon Klosterhuis. And the 09 of Dave Matson. And that Navy machine will look to the outside as they head off into turn number 1 here. He'll pick up that spot, number 14. From the 94 of Brandon Klosterhuis. Meanwhile, Action Jackson Allen all over the back deck lid of that 97 of Eric Drapeau as they continue to work. And we are working lap number 8 of 40 here. Again, no cautions tonight. All out 40 laps. Survival of the fittest. Had a lot of work to do. Coming in, was not able to get a number on these green flag runs about how far they can go on fuel. As you see, the 97 of Drapeau, he'll lose grip getting into turn 1. That gives 91 of Allen a chance to close on in And Allen and Drapeau, tight battle here for the lead on lap number 9. Drapeau out there maybe got those tires a little hot, maybe tire wear going away, or pressure from the 91 of Allen has caused that 97 to really put the pressure on and wear those tires out. As we'll continue to watch this battle as they go down the main back straight here. Heavy braking zone here for the 97. Making their way through there nicely. These guys have about a 4-second lead over Bailey Curry, who's moved himself into the 3rd spot. Kyle Weatherman had a little bit of trouble. He's fell back to the 6th spot. Take a look at that as he's working behind the 34 of Sean Bounty at the moment. Right now, Eric Drapeau leads Jackson Allen, Bailey Curry, Storm Patterson, Sean Bounty, your top 5. Kyle Weatherman, Josh Ball, Roger Diebold, Ray Rittenauer, Sawyer Ott, the top 10. No trouble for the 87 as he drops back 2 spots to 12. Under Joey Gase to 11th, 10th, Matt Cherry. Manuel Atkins looks like he is partner for the evening. 24 of Christopher Gale on pit road, along with the 2 of Alex Little. Those 2 drivers appear to be down 1 lap. And they may have called it for the evening. And a new change at the front of the field. 91 of Jackson Allen will come by and lead lap number 11. He's got out in front of 48 of Matt Cherry, having some trouble. Right in front of Joey Gase, and he'll be able to hang on to it momentarily. Still trying to fight that machine as Gase will work to his outside. They're side by side coming down the front straightaway. Gase will clear the 48 machine as he'll set up for a braking here into turn number 1. Off the gas and on the binders. Gase up to having trouble with turn number 1. That allowed a 48 of Matt Cherry to get around him. Now let's see if we can see what happened between the 91 of Allen and the 97 of Drapeau on the last lap there. They got in the corner number 1. See the pass for the lead there. And the second corner up high goes the 97. 91 of Allen goes around. And you see the gap there between the 2. 91 Jackson Allen leads his second lap of tonight's action. I'll put Eric Drapeau back to P2 with 12 of 40 on the board. Jackson Allen, Eric Drapeau 1 and 2, Bailey Curry 3rd, 4th will be Storm Patterson, 5th Kyle Weatherman, 6th Sean Bounty, Josh Ball 7th, Roger Debold 8th, 9th to be Sawyer Ott. Rounding out the top 10 to 93 of Joey Gase. Matt Cherry 11th, 12th, Raymond Rittenauer 13th, Sylvain Jolly. Those two drivers are 87 of Rittenauer on pit road, excuse me. 87 Raymond Rittenauer on pit road. As we look at the 08 of Sylvain, as he'll have his sights set on the 48 of Matt Cherry as he'll go to work and try to take over the 11th spot from Cherry. Cherry hot and heavy into that corner. You'll have to lock him up. He'll lose 2 spots to Cherry and Matson. Matson looking to give a run to the inside of the 08 of Sylvain Jolly. Jolly will throw the hammer down. And they'll switch places. 69 of Matt Hendricks. 43 Kelvin Mosier. They'll both lock him up. To the inside goes Mosier. He'll try to clear. Mosier high. Hendricks got the preferred lane. They'll still be side by side. Hendricks will wash out, lock him up, and he'll lose 2 spots. So they'll drop Matt Hendricks back to P22. Here goes a move to the inside from the 09 of Dave Matson. He'll look to clear Jolly. That's an LED machine. And he will. He'll take over that 11th spot. Two-second lead for the 91 of Jackson Allen. Currently 13 laps. Getting ready to put lap 14 on the board this time. Once again, if you're watching, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Share it on Facebook. Share it wherever you can. As we're getting ready to open up this ITRL season. Tonight is race number 1 for our Rush Series. All-Star Open coming up. And the Premier Series All-Star race from historic North Wilkesboro. Excitement you don't want to miss. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, notification bell, so you know every time the Iron Thunder Racing League is live. And as always, y'all keep showing up. We'll keep showing out here on the Iron Thunder Racing Network. As we watch your leader work his way through this infield section of the road course here. Slow car ahead. Looks like the 69 of Matt Hendricks. As he'll give way to the leader, the 91 of Allen. As we're back out onto the Speedway portion. Out of the last corner here down the front straightaway. One car on pit road. 48 Matt Cherry receiving some service, and he is back. Allen will get hot into turn number 1. He'll get on the binders and lock him up. That'll cost him some time. Eric Japot, Bailey Curry, Storm Patterson, Kyle Weatherman, all on pit road. Sawyer Ott hitting pit road as well. Dave Matson now. Sylvain Jolly headed pit side. So Allen right now, out of the top 10, pretty much out there by his lonesome. Everybody else on pit road. He'll try to work around the 48 of Matt Cherry. Here comes the 91 of Jackson Allen, leader on the access road to pit road. He'll get on the binders as he'll enter pit road and come to the attention and service of his crew. Allen with a 48. Almost a 48-second lead as he brings her in. We see the 24-2. Alex Little. Looks like they're done for the evening as those cars are banked on pit road. Allen into service. He'll get on the binders. And the left side's up, down, right side's up, 4-tire stop for the 91 of Allen as he'll be down and away just as the 97 and the 05 go by. He'll come back to the racing service. Slightly 15, hot and heavy, locking that front wheel up. Is the 91 as he has got his sight set on that 97 of Eric Drapeau. Drapeau credited right now with third place. Unfortunately, here with our timing and scoring, showing us Roger Diebold right now. So I was crediting Roger Diebold with the. He may be showing up to us on screen as the 25. And he'll head down pit road like he may be out of fuel. He has scored as the 15, but we do see him as the 25. As he is on pit road at the moment. Hopefully he'll have enough to make it. And we'll go back as Bailey Curry will take over the lead. And Curry off the pace. 43 of Mosier around. Not sure what happened to Bailey Curry. Let's take a look at the 05. Maybe some connection issues. Goes into turn number 1 and slows. Not sure what happened to the 05, but he definitely slowed. And now he will be running in that third spot as the 97 of Eric Drapeau will come around this time and be accredited the lead. Jackson Allen right there nipping on his heels. Some more connection problems for that 05 machine. There he goes, a battle for the lead. Both drivers in there dirt tracking around Indianapolis Motor Speedway road course. Allen all over the back deck lid of the 97 of Eric Chapeau. So, apologize for that logo jumping up on the screen. OBS giving us a little trouble here tonight. Should have that rendered away as we continue to watch this battle. Down the front straightaway into turn number 1. Leading in there is that 97 of Eric Chapeau. Axon Jackson Allen right there in tow. Within the car length as they work their way out of number 2. They'll head into corner number 3 here. Four. Into turn number 5. Corner 6 goes your leader. Big, long, sweeping turn. Around corner number 7. It'll be hammered down here. Drag race into turn number 8. Good speed section of the racetrack. They'll have to jump down on the binders. 91 of Allen will fall right in line as they hit turns number 8 into 9 and 10 on this road course. Working the infield section. Allen almost making contact as we head off into corner 11 and through 12 back out onto the Speedway. Let's ride on board with the 97 machine for one lap around Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And so we get on the binders for corner number 1. On that rumble strip in turn number 2. Catches in 3. Using every inch of the racetrack is that 97 machine. Hear him working the throttle there. Washing up just a little bit. Halfway that time by. Heavy brake there. Fighting that race car. Woo. Man, 97 with your Poe. Man, you look at it, you watch him from high above, and he makes it look easy. Get down there and watch those hands. And it looks like he has his hands full as he's sliding through turn number 1. He'll give up the lead to the 91 of Jackson Allen. We'll jump on board with Allen and see the difference as he makes his lap around Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And we can compare the two in cars there. A lot of input for the 91 through turn number 6 there. To exit on to number 7. High speed section of the racetrack. It'll be on the binders here for turn number 8. And a reminder, this is an open setup league. Looks like right now Allen has a little more handle on that race car than that 97 machine did on his lap. As he is pulled away to a 1.7 second lead. You see the difference. Right now, looks like the 05 of Bailey Curry is knocking on the back deck lid of that 97. He'll make that pass, try to make that pass from the inside. And he will make the pass in turn number 6 here. That'll move Curry up to the P2 position. Adam Schroen, newcomer in that 9-Dex imaging machine, currently running in the 22nd spot. He'll give way to those lead lap drivers. Still got a good little battle here for the second spot. That's allowing Jackson Allen creep on out of there. Put some distance between he and Bailey Curry. Back to the Speedway portion. Last corner. Number 13. So come across the stripe. 17 laps to go. $17 circuits remaining. Jackson Allen leads. And has led for 8 laps here tonight. We'll take a look at that machine. West Virginia Mountaineers on the hood of that ride. Good to be back up in the booth for the Iron Thunder Racing League. Hope everybody is well through these difficult times we face here in the 2020 year. Right now here on the southeastern North Carolina, bracing for a little bit of a tropical storm heading in our direction a little later on this evening. Hopefully he comes and goes without incident and all is good, as we got 16 laps to go And it looks like we're about 4 to 5 laps away for another round of green flag stops. It'll take us home. And we'll see what kind of strategy plays out as up ahead to 69. Ho almost makes contact with your leader. He'll lock him down. The P2 Bailey Curry get around him without incident, and it looks like that will be the case. Scary moment for the leader. But after passing that 97, or about 5 seconds between the two, Bailey Curry has went to work and got that lead down to about 2.5 seconds. Depending on where you look on the speedway right now, it's back up to almost 5 seconds. Curry may have had a little bit of a bobble there. Take a look out of that corner. .26 of 40 on the board. Jackson Allen leads Bailey Curry, Eric Chapeau, Storm Patterson, Kyle Weatherman, your top 5. There'll be Sean Bounty, Josh Ball, Sawyer Ott, Dave Matson, Matt Cherry, the top 10. 11 through 15, Roger Debo, Tresnant, Joey Gase, Brandon Clutterhoust, and Sylvain Jolly. 15 through 20, now Sylvain Jolly moved Brandon Clusterhouse up. Sylvain Johnny, Donnie Davis, Matt Quick, Matt Clusterhouse, Matt Hendricks, Patrick Langley round out the top 20. And right now we have 13 cars on the lead lap as Sylvain Jolly goes down a lap here in corner number 1. And look at that gap there between P1 and P2. Kerry will have to work around that 08 machine. And he'll give up the ghost. Let him by. Now Curry's going to go to work. As we're getting close to green flag pit stops. Across the start finish line last lap. A 5-second lead for Jackson Allen. It's down to less than 8 tenths. And your 2 leaders on access road to pit road. Well, they'll get them down on the binders to come to 55 miles an hour with 14 laps to go. P1 and 2 on pit road. Eric Chapeau will regain the lead as he'll elect to stay out on the speedway. And we'll watch Curry overshot it just a little bit. Down and away is Allen. Curry now just gets away. Cost him just a bit. Now Curry will have to make that up on the racetrack as the two of Alex Little gets out of the way. He'll move on. .35 Sawyer, Sean Bounty, Josh Ball, Dave Matson, all on pit road. Oh, Christopher Gale losing the handle on it. '97 Eric Drapeau, leader coming down pit road. That's Jackson Allen getting ready to storm by. He'll take over the lead. Curry with some left side damage. We'll back it up on the replay and see. We can tell where that left side damage comes from. It's already there on the previous lap. We got into the wall on the front straightaway. Right now, 3-second lead for Jackson Allen over Bailey Curry with 11 laps to go. A long time here. Curry dirt tracking her. Drapeau back to that third spot. There is Jackson Allen. They'll be coming up on the tail end of the 48 of Matt Cherry. Running in that 12th spot. Last car on the lead lap. 7 car. Josh Ball. Looks like he may be out of fuel on the access road. And we've got 10 laps to go. Ten up, 10 down. As Cherry goes around Gase. Allen trying to work his way around both of those drivers. And he will after Cherry slips up. Gase and Cherry will both go down a lap there as they were fighting for position number 9. And hats off to both of those drivers, giving way to the leaders as they were battling for position. And they too have since separated. Matt Cherry now running back down that 91 of Allen for the moment. 7-8 second lead now as it continues to build for that 91 of Allen. He'll come down, 9 laps to go. Roger Diebold just up ahead in that 8th spot. Allen putting down blistering laps as he's getting ready to lap the 8th place driver. Diebold will give way. Allen will make quick work. To the backstretch section. In the middle of the infield here. Sawyer up ahead in 7th. Curry cutting her down to about 3 seconds. Eight to go this time by. Kyle Weatherman back up to 4th. Storm Patterson, your top 5. Allen around that 35 machine makes quick work. Look at P2, Bailey Curry in that 05 machine. He's got some lap traffic to make his way around. 25 of Diebold. Diebold will give way. Curry working hard to close the gap. Right now, Jackson Allen a little too strong. Down to 6 drivers on the lead lap. .91 of Allen. Clean sailing in front of him. For a good ways. See the distance between P1 and 2 right there. We're down to 6 to go. 6 laps to go. Curry can run down that 91. Right now, steady distance stays between them. 91 will be coming up on some lap traffic here shortly. Two of Alex Little just out ahead of that 91 machine. Five to go. Five circuits remain for the 91 of Jackson Allen. Bailey Curry rides P2. Third will be Eric Japo, Kyle Weatherman. Fourth, Storm Patterson to round out your top five. Last car on the lead lap, 34 of Sean Bounty in the sixth spot. Sawyer Ott 7th, 8th, Matt Cherry, Joey Gase 9th. Rounding out the top 10, the 25 of Roger Debo. Don't forget interviews with the top three. To hear that for Ballin Incorporated number 7. Definitely tough luck on Josh Ball Machine. Downshifted, unfortunately. And I'll tell you what, it happens more often than you think about. Especially on these road courses. As Jackson Allen has got 4 laps remaining. Bailey Curry got 4 laps to get her done. Nobody between the two. One lap car. The 89 of Matt Quick. A good ways out in front of the 91. He's got 4 laps to hang on. The ever hard charging Bailey Curry, trying to get it done, trying to close that gap. Curry gonna lose the handle on it. Curry still trying to fight that machine. He'll lose the handle once again. He'll have to get it right in the right direction. As the 63 of Storm Patterson not far behind. As he'll try to hang on for 3 more laps. Curry leaving it out all along the racetrack, doing everything he could, driving that machine to its limits, and unfortunately past those limits. But right now, a big enough lead on the third place driver. He's able, the 97 Eric Drapeau did get around him, snuck around him there, didn't even see Drapeau. Drapeau will move up into P2, and that'll put Bailey Curry P3. As you see the difference and the distance between those two drivers. Curry real loose, getting into corner 6 there. Meanwhile, back up front to Jackson Allen. He's got a 13-second gap between he and Eric Drapeau. As he'll hit the Speedway section of the racetrack. Hammer down. Bullhorns from the flag stand. It'll be 2 to go for the 91 of Axon Jackson Allen. 2 laps to go into turn number 1. Sizable lead on the 97 of Eric Drapeau. Down. Kyle Weatherman holding on to a top 5. Storm Patterson up to 4th. Bailey Curry riding 3rd. Gale going to give way to the leader. Around goes the 89 right in front of your leader. He'll get through unscathed. Around this time, the white flag rag, the 1 lap rag flying from the flag stand. 1 lap to go for Bailey Curry, 13 corners. Jackson Allen. Bailey Curry running in the 3rd spot. Curry left it all out on the line trying to run down Allen. Just couldn't quite do it. Pushed the limits of that race car just a little too far. Sawyer running 7th. Joey Gase up to 9th. So you look at 2nd and 3rd. Allen out by himself. For a moment, it might have been a battle for the 2nd spot. Curry fighting that race car. Jackson Allen going to come across. Brickroad 150. Race number 1 for the Iron Thunder Racing League Rush Series will go to Action Jackson Allen. P2. will be the 97 of Eric Drapeau. P3, Bailey Curry. Storm Patterson. Gonna come across the stripe. In the 4th spot, Kyle Weatherman rounds out your top 5. Give us a quick moment and we'll get the top 3 up in the booth for an interview. Alrighty, we'll start with P3, the 05 machine. Ready, joining me in the booth, the 05 race number 1 in the books. Had a little slip up there early, able to recover well.
Chris, if I can't hear you if you're talking.
Got a copy? 1 second, we'll get it worked out.
Can you hear me?
Got a copy, Bailey?
Yes, sir. I got you now.
Alrighty, man. Race number 1 in the books. Started out strong there, man. Had a little slip up in the beginning. Able to recover nicely and looked like they're on that last green flag run, maybe getting into the wall just a little bit with that left side, and definitely was working the limits of that race car, man, trying to run down Jackson Allen. Just maybe overdrove just a little bit, pushed those limits too far, but man, still put on a good show, trying to run him down, and slipped up, let Eric by you. But you 3, man, were class of the field, and definitely showed these guys how to get around here. We rode on board with you guys and let them watch, different late stages of the race, how you had to fight those race cars. Not what you wanted, I'm sure, but podium finish nonetheless. Congratulations.
And we'll take it. They were definitely a handful, man. I knew when I got in that wall right there that was gonna hurt me. I kept telling myself in the beginning, I knew before the first 2 times we pitted, I'd save my tires as much as I could in the beginning, and I could really run them down in the end. And I felt like I had put myself in a pretty good position. On that last pit stop, I kind of overdrove the pit stall, had to back up. That hurt me a little bit, and that might have had me overdriving a little bit. In the end, that's what maybe got me in the wall. And then past that, I was just driving it for all it was worth, trying to run them down. Eventually burned the tires off the dang thing, and then wheel hopped into whatever turn that is, the end of the back straightaway, and let Eric by. But I mean, it was a fun race, definitely a tough one. I'm sweating in here in my room. Tough racetrack. Man, it's loose everywhere, no grip, but that's what makes it fun. So I'll take it. Congratulations to Jackson on the win, and we'll get him next time.
Yeah, definitely. I'll tell you what, it'll get a little easier from here on out, but I like to see these road courses thrown in there, and especially open the season to make you work for it a little bit in the beginning. But we'll have you back here up in the booth real soon as we head off to some of these other tracks, man. Good luck the rest of the year. Look forward to speaking to you. Alrighty, that was Bailey Curry in the 05, finishing in P3. Bring up the 97 of Eric Drapeau, who led early on in this one. And I tell you what, man, it has some tough competition with Jackson Allen and Bailey Curry. And seems like we've been to road courses before. This one seemed like just a little bit of a different animal here tonight.
Absolutely. I mean, kudos to both Jackson and Bailey. They both had tremendous race cars, especially in the longer runs. Put this one together real quick. It felt quick in the beginning, but then realized the long run wasn't there at all. The left rear was disintegrating every single time through 13, the oval turn. So it was a really special handful car to drive, considering the past 6 months I've done mostly Formula cars and GT cars. So coming back to this and back and forth between the two, at some point, I'm not saying it messed me up, but at some point that transition doesn't go as well as it could every single time, you know?
Oh, definitely. Especially, can definitely understand that from this perspective. And maybe some of our viewers, you get into little things with other cars, rhythm. And, road course is a rhythm. And the rhythm between those two cars, I imagine, are both on totally ends of the spectrum. But, it just shows we rode with you toward the end of a run between you and Allen. Matter of fact, when we did get, y'all were a lap difference on a set of tires, but you could tell that you had to really work. You make it look so easy. On TV1, we're watching from the sky, and you're just riding through there. We can see it losing grip a little bit, but then when you get in a race car, you can actually see how much you were working to keep that race car on the racetrack, man. Hats off to you, especially there on those long runs. Could definitely see you had a lot of work going for you in the race car, and to be able to hang on to it, man, and stay inside the top three. I definitely gained a new respect. I know you already can handle these road courses, man, but pretty much looked like you were dirt tracking out there. I know this has got to be a good feeling to get this one over with.
Well, yeah, second place feels like a bit of a gift because Bailey had the pace to keep it there, but then he had his incident. Capitalized on that. Like, the only time I've done this specific layout was on a Formula Renault 3.5, so you can tell the contrast between these two cars is completely different, and the braking points and everything is it's a lot of adaptation putting the car together, and even if I put 2 or 3 more hours into it, I don't think I would have found something that would stabilize the left rear as much as I would have wanted it to be more tame, if I can say it that way. But yeah, second place is a pretty good result. I mean, it's not winning, but best of the rest.
That's definitely a good way to start the year, and saw you're out making us really work for it there, throwing that road course at the beginning. This year's schedule, man, it looks pretty good. I like the diversity that was thrown in right at the beginning, and it'll get a little easier for some folks as we move on. And man, we'll know you'll be right there, cream of the crop as always. And we'll be looking forward to talking to you the rest of the year. Good luck, man.
Well, thanks a lot, Christopher. I'd like to take a second to thank Spanish Simulation as usual for sponsoring that car, SFTV for our French broadcasting team back at home. Really fun with these guys. Yeah, looking forward for the rest of the season in the Rush Series and tomorrow night for the All-Star as well. It's going to be exciting.
Good luck, man.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Already back here with your winner, the Brickroad 150 to 91 of Jackson Allen. I tell you what, man, you had your hands cut out for you there. 2 of the best working against you there. You were able to absolutely probably have the best long run car at the end. We just talked with Eric and were able to ride with you guys for a lap toward the end of your run, and looked like your long run car was just a little bit better than the 97 of Drapeau. He had his hands full dirt tracking it out there and picking up right where you left off, man, making it look fairly easy out there in that 91 machine.
Yeah, man, it's up until yesterday, I had never turned a lap on this track, so Put in a little bit of work yesterday. I ran probably about 25 laps just working on the car, but I never did a long run, so it was just kind of happenstance that we had a decent long run car. And just I'd run 5 or 6 laps and focus really on getting the turn in and the drive off the corners, and found a kind of happy medium there. I never could get the NASCAR turns to feel comfortable, which the other guys, I talking to Bailey and Eric, they both said they were loose through there, and I ended up on the other end. I ended up really really tight, and actually hit the wall once because I was so tight. So it was a good battle there. Eric definitely had us on the short run, and I think Bailey, if we'd have had probably 10 more laps on fuel, Bailey would have just probably ran away with it. He had the ultimate best long car. For me, I think I really picked up laps 6 through 12 on our fuel run is when I was really really making ground on those guys. So yeah, man, it was a good race. I love this road course racing stuff. I don't get to do many of these Rush Series races this season, so it's nice to knock off a win in the very first one here.
Definitely, and I tell you, it was nice to see Sawyer throwing us a little bit of curveball and starting out with a road course. And we've been to road courses before. This one just seems a little different than normal, to me at least. I don't know if necessarily the layout just seemed like a lot more exciting. Definitely up here in the booth, and hopefully it was for y'all as well. And we'll move on here, and hopefully we'll get to talk to you more in the future. And it's going to be an exciting season as we open up and then get to the Premier side as well. All-Star race tomorrow, so looking forward to all that. And hope to have you back, bud.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Alrighty, that was your winner, Jackson Allen. And we'll go ahead and get our finishing order up here on the screen. There we go. Starting the year off strong here. Don't forget about the All-Star race coming up, the Open. We'll go live at 7. We'll have all that hopefully scheduled, ready to go before the end of the night. So make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell so you are notified whenever we go live and when we schedule those races. As we are on season 4. This was the Brickroad 150 that goes to Jackson Allen. We will come back Monday, August the 10th, the California 200 at Irwindale Speedway. Ought to be one hell of a show out there. If you've never been to Irwindale or watched a race from there, excitement out there on the outer oval. And we'll go ahead and set you up for Monday, August the 17th, 3 weeks from today, the Daytona 201 Daytona International Speedway. 81 laps, 202 miles. Race number 4, Sin City 150 from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Race number 5 will be the Hollywood 150 from Auto Club. Race number 6, and the last race in before the chase, will be the World 200 at Charlotte Motor Speedway. 134 laps, 201 miles. Starting the next 6 races up, the next 6 weeks there for you, all the way to Monday, September the 7th. And as we pre-mentioned earlier, the Premier side we will be starting up that shortly as well. And I had that list for you, and it has escaped me. So let's see if I can get that pulled up here. There we go. Daytona 250. I'm definitely going to have to check the date on that for qualifying for the pole. The All-Star Race Open will happen tomorrow night, 50 laps at North Wilkesboro. And then our regular time, 100 laps at North Wilkesboro, will be the All-Star Race. 811 will do it for Gale Twin number 1, August the 11th. Will be 40 laps, $10 to the winner. To do it for Gale Twin number 2, 40 laps. That'll be your qualifying twin races. And then we'll come back August the 18th. Daytona presented 250, presented by Lucky Dogs. Doggy Daycare, 100 laps, $25 to the winner. Race number 2 of the Premier Series will come at you August the 25th. Just one more 200 from Las Vegas Motor Speedway, $20 to the winner. September the 1st, Peterson's Checker 1 200 from Auto Club. That'll also pay $20 to the winner. Race number 4 will be the World 300 from Charlotte Motor Speedway. 200 laps, $20 to the winner. And that'll set you up. Make sure to tune in and stick with us as the running order continues to scroll. Thanks everybody for tuning in. A little rusty to start out. We'll get it all gathered back in and look forward to an exciting year here for the Iron Thunder Racing Network along with the Iron Thunder Racing League. As race number 1 of season 4 in the books. Your winner, Action Jackson Allen in the 91. Eric Chapeau, P2. P3 will belong to Bailey Curry, Storm Patterson, 4th. Sean Bounty, 5th. Kyle Weatherman, 6th. Sawyer Ott, 7th. Matt Cherry, 8th. Joey Gase, the top 10 in the 9th spot. Roger Debold to round out your top 10. Tresson, 11th. Sylvain Jolly, 12th. Dave Matson, 13th. 14th belongs to Donnie Davis. Matt Crick brings home 15th. Matt Klusterhoos, he'll bring home 17th. 16th, 17th belong to Brandon Klusterhoos. Newcomer Adam Strong in the 9, he'll finish in the 18th spot. 19th goes to Matt Hendricks. 20th, Patrick Langley. Josh Ball, 21st. Christopher Gale, 22nd, 23rd. Alex Little. Monon Rahman, 24th. Kelvin Mosier, 25th. Ray Rittenauer, 26th. Daniel Atkins, 27th. And Matt Kemp did not start. He'll be credited with a 28th place finish here this afternoon. Appreciate it for everybody for tuning in. And be sure to join us tomorrow night as well. Got something coming at you from North Wilkesboro. Y'all keep showing up. We'll keep showing out. Good night, everybody. From Indianapolis Motor Speedway and the Iron Thunder Racing Network.